Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Sophie.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we're the S&L Show.
Oh, I forgot it. It's been 2 weeks.
I literally just asked, do you remember it? That's the thing. Is I literally...
Yeah, I know, because I thought I would remember it as you were saying, and I didn't remember it. And we're the S&L Show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Sophie.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we're the S&L Show. There we go.
Sorry about that.
Oh, my God. You know, I can't really blame you, though, because it's been...
3 weeks.
A long time since we filmed.
Almost a month.
And you know, the reason I make that face is because there's only one person to really blame for that.
Exactly.
That's me.
So I'd be like, do you want to film today? I'm too tired.
Okay. Okay. Here, we're gonna do a little bit of a breakdown really quick. The week after we filmed the last episode that you hear, episode 2.
That was before Thanksgiving.
That was before Thanksgiving. We're like,
it has now been Thanksgiving and stuff.
And then when we got back to Tampa, I was like, I don't really want to film today. Like, I'm feeling tired. So I went to sleep. Then when we were in Jack's, we didn't film anything.
Yeah.
And then
we had a lot going on, though.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, we're going to film when we get back.
We'll film on the Sunday we get back.
On the Sunday we get back.
We both got back on Sunday.
And we were both exhausted. And we did not film.
And we both went to sleep.
And we both went to sleep that time. And then we put up an episode.
No, just finally edited.
Yeah. We put up that episode.
It took me so long.
But that was supposed to be out the week before.
And
then the next weekend we did the mud run.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll get into.
Mud runner, Tough Mudder.
Not sponsored.
They give us free shirts though.
And then after that, we just haven't gotten around to it. And today, our loyal fans, aka my mom, since you have been asking for a video, we have dragged ourselves out of the slums.
We've been
post finals week, post feeling like dog water to film this episode for you. So yeah. Thank you to our fans. A round of applause for our fans.
Thank you for Miss Anya.
Another thing that we also realized is that I kind of dropped the ball on the marketing for episode 2. I forgot to post it on our socials.
Fault. No one really posted. We just kind of... I it's kind of both our faults.
Yeah. And then we forgot to put it on, like, actual podcast
because I had
platforms.
scheduled it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then
we did.
We kind of forgot about it. And people...
But you know what? Now... We were in a stressful season. But now...
as well.
We're free. Until January. Until January.
True. Hopefully I don't work Sundays. Highly likely I will.
I don't get back until next Saturday, so.
Yeah, I know, but.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm just saying. That was very. I don't know what that was, but.
You were speaking.
We have a lot to catch up on.
You were speaking your truth.
Y'all.
We do have a lot to catch up on.
First of all, you may notice something a little different. 2 different things. One. I'm not sitting in the back.
Like per usual.
The one episode we recorded in here. That is because moments before I was actually laying down right
like
here.
A Victorian child.
Yeah, with my apple juice. I'm not showing you the logo because we're not sponsored. And
We are sponsored by Publix. No, I'm joking.
Chicken from Publix. Why did it do that?
Publix is a core staple.
A staple for us in this apartment.
Diet.
Yeah. And then also, our microphones are naked.
Oh no.
I actually don't know how else to describe it. But I don't know. I just feel like this is so much easier to carry than
it's not as heavy.
The big bulky, because I just never knew where to grab it. Like I didn't know to grab the base, and then like for some reason like the screws would like and it like
yeah.
And then I'd be like, wait.
It's more for like if we're sitting at a table.
Exactly.
We're in a bed. So
So yeah.
I'm also adjusting with the lighting and stuff. So, like, so far, I'm trying to figure out what looks better.
It's recording, right?
Huh?
It's recording, right?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
So, like, the first episode was kind of like yellow lights and everything, but that's because it was just my fan light. But I'm trying to find lights that are better to record with. I have studio lights that I can bring back.
Oh, no, that's okay.
But
those are too bright. Too bright.
It also makes it really hot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, trying to work with what I got. Using my LED lights for this one.
Yeah.
And also trying to not make it look as grainy and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does. I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't know.
It's something to do with lighting, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. All right. Well, do you want to take our people through what we've been up to these past few weeks?
Well, the last time we filmed, we filmed at my house. That was pre-Thanksgiving.
That was pre-Thanksgiving.
That was the week before Thanksgiving.
I feel like I need to have a calendar every time we talk.
Okay. Then the week after, not really much happened that week. We did school, did our thing. You went to work and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Thanksgiving. What?
We had our new member reveal. That's what we had.
Wait, was that before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was that week after we came back.
Right.
That was about it, though. That was
You can talk about that, but
no, it's okay. Next, I was trying to see what we had done that week and what we had.
That's not really my thing to talk about.
Yeah, no. Because that's also the week I went to the nose person. He told me I couldn't get a nose job.
Right. Had doctor's appointments.
Yeah. Then the week after that
was Thanksgiving. I went home on Tuesday because that was when my last class was, essentially. Because we didn't have classes Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, because Thursday was Thanksgiving. And obviously Friday is, I don't know, they canceled from Wednesday to Friday.
Yeah. I also went home Tuesday, but I stopped in Gainesville because it was Joey's birthday. Technically, Mom, cover your ears for this part. Technically, I did have one class on Tuesday. But the thing is, like, it was my later class, and also, like, from where we had supposedly ended the class before, I didn't have to be in class in person that next time.
Yeah.
Because it's like we were doing like a group project thing. And I was like, okay, like I don't have to be here. I talked to her. She said it was fine and everything. But then get this. We had an assignment we had to turn in for it. And like, first of all, she docked points for not being there, which I expected. Because like, she had a policy, that teacher, like that professor had a policy where you weren't allowed to miss like a single class. Like, at all.
Oh.
Exactly, like, she didn't have anything for excuses. Like, you know how most teachers will do, like, one unexcused and, like, two excused or anything? Yeah. No, like, for her, it was, like, nothing. But I was like, whatever. Like, I talked to her ahead of time, and she said it was fine. She still took points off. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I can't do anything here, you know? And then I submitted my assignment, and I got, like, a 48 out of 50, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
But in her feedback for it, she said, like, oh, unfortunately on day 3, since you and this other classmate I have didn't show up, your group had no one to facilitate the discussion. Oh no. And so I was like, okay, like, did I lose the 2 points because I wasn't there, or was it because of the content? Because I told you ahead of time that I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of confused. Also, why am I getting punished for another person not being there?
Yeah.
When I told you ahead of time? And she's like, oh yeah, I remember we talked about it. But the other girl still didn't show up. And I was like, okay, I didn't realize my grade depended on someone else's. But whatever. I got an 100 on my final for that class, so I don't really care too much. But
well, I mean, I didn't.
I did technically skip the class.
I mean, I technically didn't have to be there for Tuesday.
Yeah.
He was like, I mean, technically, you guys don't have to be here. I'm still taking attendance technically, but I would highly encourage you to come, because what we're going over, it will be very beneficial for your final.
Yeah.
Because we essentially had to make a talk track for a sales presentation that we were doing, with another person, and essentially he gave us the whole talk track for it, which immensely helped. And then he was obviously, like, he told us, he was like, I'll give you the talk track, but you have to put it in your own words. Because if it's not in your own words, it's not going to be natural or anything. I was like, all right. And because he was like, you want to know what's something funny? We were like, what? He's like, I'm going to post this on Canvas or whatever, but I'm going to change a few sentences so they sound funny. Because usually then I'll know who just copied the talk track and did it. And I went, you so
funny.
Yeah. Funny guy.
Because at first I thought I was going to have to go to both my classes, but then my French class, which is the one I really cared about being at, he's like, oh, like, you guys don't have to come in person. Like, you just took an exam. Like, take the day off. And I was like, thank you.
Bless.
But then, like, that's my first class of the day. And I was like, I'm not going to stay here longer just for my second class of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's not worth it.
0 cents.
I have a birthday to celebrate. So, other than getting locked out of my room and having to miss class, that's the only class I quote-unquote skipped.
I remember that. That was a horrific day. It was the day you got locked out of it a second time. But you got into it that time.
Yeah, okay, but no, so I never have my keys on me. That's, like, one thing. If you're ever out with the roommates, never expect Sophia to have her keys on her, because 9 times out of 10, unless you're catching me coming straight from work, I will not have my keys on me.
Yeah.
I just don't like carrying my keys. And so, because I don't attach them to my car keys, because, I don't know, it's just, like, too bulky, and I just didn't want to...
There's something about it. My mom was telling me if your car keys are too heavy, it messes with the ignition thing. That's why I changed mine.
See? I didn't even know that, and
She was like, you might want to start taking your keys off, like, your car keychain, because it's a little heavy. I was like, I know.
Well, that's not why I did it. I just did it because I didn't like it.
Oh.
But,
the more
I woke up that morning. It was like mid-semester too. I woke up that morning and I had to get to class. There's also like a Tres Leches pre-sale that like my sorority was doing.
There's a whole thing going on.
Well, not the pre-sale, like the in-person sale. And so like, you know, I wanted to be there to support that. And I woke up so good that morning too, which is the worst part. I woke up that morning. I woke up so good. I started making breakfast, aka cereal, and I like come out and like I always close my door behind me because of Diamond, our dog.
The white crusty dog.
And sorry.
How dare you yawn?
Sorry. And I think I was talking to Izzy about something, and I was like, oh, like let me show you on my phone. So I went to go back into my room to grab my phone to show her, and I try to open the door and it's locked, and I was like, oh, let me try that again, and it just would not open, and I was like, oh, okay, well, what the heck. And so we did the credit card method, we did knife, we like everything you can think of under the sun, we tried it, and it just would not open. And I was like, okay, like I'm in my pajamas, I literally haven't showered, I haven't brushed my teeth or anything, like I haven't even had breakfast. I was in the process of doing that. Like my laptop's inside, my phone's inside, like everything I needed for class was inside my room. And I just like, I still to this day, like, I mean, I know how it locked, but like it just like it makes no sense to me. So we tried everything, and I called like the leasing office or whatever, and they said it was what, $25?
It was like, wait, yeah, 25.
Was it 25 or 50?
It was,
because I know 75 if it was out of office hours.
Out of office, it was either 25 to 50. I want to say 25.
I think it was 25
for when they're in hours.
And so I called, and she's like, okay, well, can you just pay the 25 before we send the person over? And I was like, I'm literally not even talking to you from my phone. Like, my wallet's in my room. I can't do anything. So at this point, I was already going to be late to class. And like for French, like if you're late, like it's already kind of like pointless in going, because you're going to miss so much in the beginning of class. And like, just like the way I was going to be late just didn't work out. And it turned out that we were doing a big debate in class that day, which really sucked, because I was like, I didn't mean to miss it, but whatever, I got it exempt. But I had to email my professor from Izzy's email. So it's like Izzy's school email, and I'm like, dear professor, like, hi, this is actually Sophia. I know you see Isabella. It's not her. It's me, because my stuff is actually in my room right now. Because I couldn't even log into my email on someone else's device because I needed my Microsoft Authenticator, which is in my room. And so I just like, finally they opened the door. But basically, because we have like the handles that are like pulled like this, like it's not the knob. And our locks, I've said this since day one that it's weird. Like,
well, it's weird because Izzy has a actual doorknob.
That's not the weird part.
But then
that's not what I'm saying is weird. No. So the lock, you know how like the lock it'll be like this or like this, like you turn it to make it lock. So for us, if
okay, we're vibing again. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties with our the microphone. The cords are being really finicky for whatever reason, and I moved.
Where was I? Oh, right. So
being locked out.
You know how like locks will have like it's either vertical and then you turn it and then it's horizontal. Yeah. Well, for me, for some reason, I always assume that like when it's vertical, it means it's locked, but when it's horizontal, it means it's unlocked, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's just when I picture a lock, that's kind of what I picture in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
Makes the most sense.
At least for doors. I'm not talking about like doors that have like an actual bolt, because like obviously like you turn it sideways for the bolt to go in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have that in my head, but the lock that's on my door is very loose, and so when I had opened the door to leave my room for breakfast, when I pulled it open, I guess my thumb rested on it and swiped it to be in the sideways position so that it locked the door. But obviously I didn't notice because I was walking out of my room.
Oh, yeah. So
I locked the door and then I closed it behind me, which is how I got locked out of my room. And then the second time was more recently. I think I had just finished... Actually, I think it was this weekend that we're talking about, that I had just come back home. Mm-hmm. Like from our short weekend from when we filmed the last video. And it was just like a long drive or something like that. And I was just exhausted. And then I had just put my keys down in my room.
Yeah.
And then I walked out to grab something, closed the door behind me. And
Does the same exact thing.
But it wasn't the same thing. It was that when I had unlocked the door, because I had locked my door for the weekend.
Yeah.
When I went to unlock my door, I didn't like... You know how you can like unlock the door just to open it, but then when you take the key out, it stays locked? You know that?
Yeah.
Like, you unlock the door...
I know what you're talking about, but I just don't do it.
Well, I don't mean to do it. Like, you know, like when sometimes you like do it on accident, like for some reason your lock is being finicky and you just can't find the way to turn it correctly so that it unlocks the door like forever, I guess you could say.
Forever.
Like, that just happened to me, but I didn't notice because I thought I like actually unlocked the door. So I just put my keys in the room and I closed it because I was like, I just unlocked my door. And then when I went to get in, it was locked, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, I'm not about to pay, because I think it would have been $75 this time, because I think the office was closed. Mm-hmm. And so I literally...
Yeah, I know, I watched you...
ham on that door.
I know, I watched you almost break down.
Yeah, that was
I was cooking something, and I just turned around to her, hand on, like, the door frame and her head...
It was just one of those
and
days.
Just hunched over, and I was like, so, having a good day?
So, I managed to pick it open with a knife.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that way I didn't have to pay, but for that reason, now I keep my room key
somewhere.
In the kitchen mesh drawer.
Oh. I was wondering where it went.
Yeah, I put it there because I started thinking, like, if we have an intruder that comes in... Like, it's look just, like, all they have to do is, like, look up and they...
Look at that.
They see the key to my room.
Okay.
So it's in the kitchen mesh drawer.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Just so I know.
Yeah.
From there.
But, yeah, those are my locking out of my room stories.
Yeah. But to go off... Still, what we're saying. We went off on... Well, you went off on a little tangent, but it was fine.
Yeah, sorry.
No, because I mean it was there was a needed backstory to it.
There was.
And you got locked out of your room.
But how did... Oh! That's so funny how we got to that tangent anyways. Because we were talking about my classes and how I only missed one.
Oh, right.
We weren't talking anything about our rooms. We were literally talking... The way we got to the story, circling back, is that I skipped class for Joey's birthday.
Circling back because
Sorry,
we were talking
Mom.
about our week. Sophia skipped class for Joey's birthday. That was a Tuesday.
Okay.
I also went
skip
home.
class.
I went to class, but that was because it was beneficial. It was beneficial for me to go. I would have gone if he wasn't going to show what he was going to show. But anywho,
Nonetheless, Thanksgiving break weekend
break.
was good.
It was fun.
I always love being home.
I also love being home. Granted, I do work, but I do also... I have a love-hate relationship with where I work because I love working there. Just sometimes it's just the aspect of working there. Sometimes it's the fact that depending on what I do, I essentially stand for 7 hours and have to deal with Karens or people who just want their food a certain way, and it's just annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, believe it or not, the customer isn't always right. They have no clue what's going on in the back. But anywho, before I go on that then.
You reminded me of that one meme that's like, when the Karen finally likes her food and she says compliments to the chef, and then it's like the chef in question, and it's
Sarah
like some 15-year-old kid who smokes 17 packs of cigarettes each
Sarah
day.
wanted to create a TikTok where it's like the compliments to the chef, and it's literally me, Jermaine, and I think whatever old cook Dan was working back there.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is who you're complimenting. It really does not matter. They do not care now.
Yeah. It's so funny.
But anyways,
it was nice though. It was good. We got to see some old friends.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday I had to go mow I didn't even have to mow because it was still... I mowed previously there before my grandma's. Sorry, I should preface. I'm at my grandma's house, and I do yard work for her, especially around like holidays and stuff, because...
What's that?
But I had to finish doing the yard work because last time I mowed and everything, and then it started raining, and then ran into a pygmy rattler, which is so much fun. And then I got my grandma thinking she Usain Bolt or something, because
Oh yeah.
the snake.
Sorry, the way you described your grandpa really got me.
Because the pygmy rattler is it's a type of snake, and it's usually really small. It has a really tiny like rattler, kind of like a rattlesnake, but you can't hear it when it shakes it, so it's even like more just annoying. And it's not like, I mean, they're venomous, but they're not gonna kill you. You should go to the hospital if you get bit by one. But anywho, she's like, it's because it's right next to her trash cans where it was hanging out, because it was hanging out on a stone because it was cold. And my grandma is all up like with her cane like looking at it, and my mom goes, maybe you want to back up, like you don't move as fast as you used to. And my grandma was like, all right, and just starts slowly walking away with her cane. I'm like, all right. And this is also the lady that laughed at me when I sprinted from one, because I whacked it with a weed whacker, and it went one way, and I quite literally sprinted the other way. And because she was grabbing her mail, and I sprinted out from where I was, and she was like, what? And I was like, I just whacked a pygmy rattler, and she just starts laughing at me. I was like, thank you. Thank you for your sympathy. But anyways, I was at my grandma's, did yard work. Went to Costco with my mom afterwards for a quick little trip because we were picking up mashed potatoes, because Costco has magnificent mashed potatoes. Then I had to go to work for 7 hours. Woo! Worked on the line Worked on the kitchen line for a little bit. Saw all my homies. Not my homies. Not really. They're fun to work with. They really are. They were so excited to see me. All I can think about is home slice.
Put your dogs
I know,
away.
that's why they're under the blanket. They were wiggling about in the last one.
The first thing we noticed in the in the last podcast episode was Lindsay's dogs almost front and center the entire time, and you just see them like
wiggling about because I wiggle my toes when I talk because I don't know, I can't say that.
Okay,
cancel.
mute your mic.
Huh? Anywho, Thursday was actually Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, Amar was in town.
When did he get there?
Wednesday night.
Mm.
Or, yeah, about that.
Yeah,
Because he was supposed to come with me.
Yeah, because he got there
Tuesday.
when you were at work.
Yeah, oh yeah. He came to Two Creeks because he didn't want to go to my house alone, but I was like, bruh, you don't have to, because I knew it was going to be late when we closed, because a lot of people Wednesdays are trivia night, so a lot of people come in, and I knew it was going to take a minute to close. It usually takes an hour after we close, and we usually close at 9, so I knew I was going to be out of there at 10.
Yeah.
Or about. And Amr came in, of course, well, first he texted me when he got there. It was like 4. I was like, all right, sweet, like, I'll let, like, the people know, so you kind of have a choice of, like, where you can sit, because you either sit on the bar side or on the dining side. And he was like, whatever is quietest. I was like, probably dining, because there's trivia. And he was like, all right. Man proceeds to take a nap in his car for an hour. Comes in, probably quite at the busiest time. Orders one measly soup.
I didn't know this part.
He orders tomato soup and Coke or Pepsi, because we have Pepsi products.
Oh.
And no, because Sarah was there, and I was like, my friend's here, but I can't go see. And she was like, what's he look like? I was like, I don't know. He's by himself. He's probably working on something on his computer. He's also Egyptian. I don't know if you know what Egyptians looks like.
Like that?
Not like. Anywho. She was like, yeah, I'll go find him. And she's like, I found him. He's at 35. And then not even like a minute later, I see the ticket for 35 tomato soup. And I go, I start laughing to myself because it was just so funny to me, because I was also working online, like not in an area that I typically work. I was working on saute with the owner because one of the other cooks that usually sautés called out.
Mm-hmm.
So we had one cook on fry, which he had just started working there, but he was pretty good at what he was doing. And we had Conrad on the flat top, the sandwiches and wraps and stuff. And I was like, he can just tell me. He graduated from culinary school, so I slightly trust what he says.
Mm-hmm.
He's all right.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sick. So I slightly trust what he says when I ask him. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Because I know how to do everything because I've watched people so long for doing it, but I've never like fully done it myself. And then I have Mr. Rich there. He's fun to work with. It's just sometimes gets a little hectic, and then especially for saute, because you do so much. It gets so hectic. You can go from cooking mussels to cooking pasta Alfredo.
You have pasta Alfredo?
Mm-hmm. That's how do you think I know how to cook pasta Alfredo? That's why I asked if we have heavy whipping cream. Because we just do heavy whipping cream and Parmesan. But a shit ton of Parmesan.
Y'all do. Why didn't I see it last time?
It's under comfort foods.
Hmm.
You can also get it Cajun, so that means a little spicy.
Ooh. Ooh. I do love Cajun seasoning.
Cajun seasoning's good. We make our Cajun seasoning like homemade too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's gas. It's so good. But it's spicy, but it's so good. Anywho.
So how was your Wednesday? Thursday?
Yeah.
You had a hectic day. You had 3 Thanksgivings.
Yeah, because I had to bring Amr. I brought Amr to my dad's side, and then I brought him to my mom's side, and then I brought him to yours. It was so funny at my dad's side. Everyone thought we were dating. Actually, no. I was actually tired of this Thanksgiving because everyone thought we were dating, and I was like, no, we're literally just friends.
Okay.
Even my dad asked my mom, he's like, are you sure they're not dating? And my mom's like, if they're not dating, she's hiding it really well.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're not.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
Okay, but also, given the context.
I know the context.
You know, it's a holiday. Usually people only bring their significant others around the family for the holidays. But, no.
I understand the context.
It wouldn't.
It would not work.
No. I always make fun of you for it. Well, I make fun of the both of you for it, but no.
It just would not work. Mm-mm. Too many differences.
Yeah, your personalities are like completely polar opposites.
Yes. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I was like, you're invited my dad's side, but you don't have to come. He's like, no, I want to come. I was like, no, you don't have to come. And he's like, no, I'll come. I was like, you don't have to come.
Not reading between the lines.
He's like, no, I'll come. I was like, okay. Silently crying to myself because I knew what it entailed, and it was a lot of, oh, who's he? My friend. Yeah, just your friend.
You put a boy in front of
Hammer.
Hammer. That one was crazy.
My nana. He's like saying his name. He's saying Amr to everyone. I go Amr. I was like, Amr, doesn't matter. We call him Amr. And my nana goes, Hammer? So it was so funny because he goes, no, Amr. And she goes, okay. And then later on, and she she fully takes on like, oh, Amr, okay. And then fully like when we're going, like we're eating and stuff, someone was like, oh, Amr, like blah, 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 asked him a question. And she goes, Amr? I'm so sorry. I've been calling you Hammer this whole time. And he goes, no, honestly, that's such a better name. Like, I will go by Hammer now. I was like...
That's so funny.
I was like, why Hammer?
I think of Thor.
Yeah.
That's probably what he thinks of, too.
Hammer?
Like, when he heard Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds
like
cool.
A muscular man.
Hammer. My name's Hammer.
And then we did our little annual word search thing that we do at Thanksgiving. I don't know. We started doing it when I was really young.
A word search?
Yeah, we do like a word search. And whoever wins gets like a prize.
How do you win?
Whoever finishes the crossword. It's super easy crossword.
Finishes it first?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's super easy crossword. To me they are. Because apparently I won both, but I was like... I won both times. But the second time, I didn't say anything because I already won the first time, so I was just going to let whomever got done second, like, get done. And I just, like, look up. And I look over, and Amr's like, don't look at my sheet. I'm like, I'm not. And he's like, and they're like, oh, Lindsay cheating. I'm like, I'm just done. I just wasn't going to say none. And they're like, you're done? I was like, yeah, look at it. And Amr goes... I just didn't want to say none because I already won. I was just going to let whomever win second just win. They're like, oh, okay. I was like, like, dang. They're like, dang, how does... And Amr was like, that was my fault. I did not read. I was literally going to be like, Amr, do you want my thing and to look at? And he just completely was like, stop staring at my piece of paper. I was like, okay.
Okay, well, I'm done, so,
I'm actually done, Hammer. I'm actually done.
Yeah.
And then we went to my mom's side, and they already met. No, they hadn't met him, but I had said he was coming to the mud run, so...
Yeah.
It was good that he went to Thanksgiving there. And I literally announced, I was like, this is friend Amr. Or Amr, I don't care. That's no offense. And
You say no offense to the wall.
And the first thing my aunt's boyfriend does is go, "Does that friend start with a boy?" And I go, "No." and
No!
my aunt Anna was like, "Brian."
Classic Brian.
You hear her from the back, "Brian!"
Yeah.
That's pretty much. Oh, and then my one cousin was infatuated with him. I could tell. Because she wouldn't leave us alone. Or leave Amr alone.
It's young love.
Sure. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But then we went to yours.
For me,
there.
Tuesday was Joey's birthday. But it's his 21st.
Yeah.
And Mans is doing homework all day on his birthday. He
invited me. I felt so bad because I went to Costco also the day previous with my mom, and he texted me. I'm like, because we already made plans. I was like, sorry, I'm like, I don't want to bail on my mom, like, because, I mean, I know it's your 21st.
It's okay, you didn't miss anything. He didn't even have a drink on his birthday. It was so funny though, because I had picked out one of Nate, like his nephew's games that they had laying around, and we started playing this game, and I kid you not, it's like me, his older brother Andrew, and then like Smarth and Matt, two of our friends, sitting in the living room playing this game, like kiki kakaing, while Joe's upstairs doing, I don't know, astrophysics or whatever the heck he decides to do, and we're all like, well, it's nice spending time together without the birthday boy, I guess. Like, he literally didn't come back downstairs until it was, like, maybe, like, 30 minutes to an hour left of his birthday. And I was like, well, happy birthday. And he still wasn't done with his homework. And I was
didn't he not finish it? Because
yeah, he didn't. I think he finished it the next day. But
freak this, man.
that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I had work virtually, because they let me, like, do remote work on Wednesday. And then that evening, we went to a... Why am I yawning so much? I literally slept. We went to a family friendsgiving kind of thing from, like, church. That was definitely interesting. It was, I had, like, the biggest crush.
Oh, yeah.
On, like, the older... Well, on both of them, but... on, like, the sons from this family, and, like, I hadn't seen them since, like, I was in middle school, which is, like, when my crush was, like, super, super big, and I fumbled the bag, because, I mean, you know...
I would hope you would fumble the bag.
Okay, disregarding the fact that I'm in a relationship, I kicked back into, like, my... preteen self, and I was like,
it's like, that's so Raven. Sure.
But, it was, I just, like, it makes me so bad, because I just, like, I know I was being awkward, but just because I was like, if I'm not, like, if I'm not shutting, like, if I don't shut up and, like, act mute while I'm here, like, it's gonna be obvious that I'm blushing like a child right now, because I was like, like, you know what I, like, there's no other way to explain it other than that, and, like, maybe one day I'll be able to say hi like a normal person, but I couldn't.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, it won't. And then they're like, because they live in Texas, and, like, anyone who knows me knows that I would love to move to Texas. Yeah. So then I was like, wow, they're in Texas. And I can't with myself sometimes. And that was one of the times. I literally got in the car, and my parents were like, Sophia, what the heck? I was like, guys, I don't know what's going on. I just choked. I got nervous. But yeah, that was my Wednesday night. It's still what I regret. My one regret in life. It's what I'm gonna regret for the rest of my life.
How was that?
Because I was awkward. It was it was my chance to seem cool. To be like, oh, you know, Sophia's not just the wee little lass who was in youth group. Well, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was my time to be like, oh, bro, she's cool.
She cool one.
No, and they're probably like, what's wrong with her? So I just regret it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's alright.
Then Thursday, what did I do Thursday? It was just getting ready for Thanksgiving. And then
We finally got to Elle's house.
Thanksgiving. Usually we do like a really big party for Thanksgiving, but this year we kept it low key.
Very low key.
Yeah, super, super low key. We were also gonna do, I guess I'll say it now, but like, we were gonna do a New Year's at our house, and I was really excited for that, but we're not anymore. I think we're just doing it at my uncle, quote unquote, question marks, house. But, yeah, I think it's because, like, my parents decided too late that they wanted to do, like, the big New Year's at our house. So my uncle had already said that he was going to do it at his place.
Oh, okay.
And they had already invited people, and, like, people were already planning on going to their house. So they were like, well, might as well just go here instead of having the whole party at our place.
Yeah.
But
not have to make people choose.
Exactly. So I guess we're doing it at my uncle's now.
Yeah.
But yeah. But Thanksgiving at our place, and then we stayed up late. We were by the fireplace, just talking at the fireplace.
It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And then y'all left, and then the next day y'all came over for breakfast.
Brekkie.
We did brekkie, which was so good.
That was so good. And
then
we left because...
You left again because Amr had to leave and you had to go to work.
Yeah, it was about, I would say about, like, noon to 1 that we left.
Yeah.
Because we got back. It was about 1 when Amr left, and... I don't know what I was doing, but I was trying to get over to Two Creeks a little bit earlier so I could figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Because... Well, I got to Two Creeks at 3 on Wednesday when I'm usually supposed to be there at 2. Which, honestly, it worked out because I didn't finish up at my grandma's till, like, 2. Or no, I didn't finish up till 1. We get home at, like, 1:30, and I still need a shower and everything. And I also that was when I made, like, the bed and everything for, like, I prepared Grant's room for Palmer. And then Friday, I had to work at 2. Wasn't on Saute because Noah was training someone on Saute. But I did show them how to close. The conversations, they're so nice. They're so much, like, per se nicer than previous cooks I've worked with. They're, like, I wouldn't say innocent because they just, like, act very wholesome. Which I really like because they're not, like, being sexual and stuff. Which is very prevalent when you work in the back. A lot of the times. Not recently, though. Thank God. Which, thank God. That's all I can say. But I found out one dude is, like, 33. The other dude's 31. I'm like... Because you get, like, a free meal and stuff afterwards. And... we were just talking about ages. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm 20. I'm, like, turning 21 at the end of the month. And they're like, oh, no, like... live it up. Soon you'll be 25 and having a quarter-life crisis. I'm like, did you have a quarter-life crisis at 25? And they go, maybe. And then you're 30, and then you're 33 and 31, and you're not... No. But I found out the one dude that was working on Fry, it was so funny because he was like, what kind of genre of music do you like? Because we're cleaning the back. And I was like, oh, I kind of listen to a lot of things, but recently, like, a lot of EDM, a lot of that. And he was like, no way, you listen to EDM? I was like, yeah. And he was like, what's your favorite artist? And I was like, oh. I was like, well, I saw, like, Excision's really good, and he threw up the X for Excision, which made me, like, cackle. And then I listed off a few more, and then I was like, oh yeah, I also saw Odessa Okeechobee. He's like, no way. He got so serious. He went, you saw Odessa? And I go, yeah, I actually saw Odessa twice because I saw him at Okeechobee in a festival, and then they were touring and they stopped in Tampa, so I saw them with a couple of friends. He was like, no way, that is
So
he's like, I love Odessa. I was like, he was like, back in my rave days, and I go, bro, you're literally just 10 years older than me. It's not that. It's not that serious. And then the other guy goes, he's like, what's the word called for like, not sin, like indulge,
splurge. No.
Not splurge. I was confused why you chose that word.
Indulge.
Like it's almost like sinful. It's like cigarettes, like smoking cigarettes.
Addiction?
No, not addiction. There's like a specific word for like. It's not like completely bad, but like
obsessed.
Not obsessed. Anywho, he
Indulge.
was like, my thing. He was like, my thing is gambling. Not gambling, but he goes to. There's a place in Florida, or where we live, called Bet 48. I forget what it's called, I'm not gonna lie.
You good?
Best Bet.
Huh?
Sorry. Best Bet. That's what there's a gambling place in where we live called Best Bet. You can see it along 95. I don't know what the word is called. I'll remember it later. I'll be like, oh.
Well, I'm gonna need to look it up now.
That was my Friday. I went. Yeah, I just worked for 7 hours after we had breakfast with y'all. And then, you know what happened Friday? We finally planned and met up with Sofia and Maya. After it was supposed to be on Saturday because we were originally supposed to go to downtown St. Aug and show Amr around, but Amr had to leave Friday because of work. And I thought the plan was still to go to downtown St. Aug on Saturday, to be quite honest. And then Sophie was like, something about not being able to go Saturday because both of them were planning on leaving on Saturday. Sophie was going somewhere with a friend in the morning, and then Maya was actually leaving back for Orlando at night. Or what? In the morning.
Gluttony?
Is it gluttony?
Greed? Sorry, I just keep seeing indulge. Indulging and stuff like that. I mean, like the 7 sins are anger, pride, greed, gluttony, sloth, envy, and lust, but like the word that keeps popping up is just indulge. Like, oh, when you indulge in this, indulge in that.
Wallow.
I can hear my heartbeat.
The heck? Nurse man. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it. It's almost Sin City. Sinning. Who is stomping up there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, on Friday we met up after I got off work back at your house. With Maya and Sophie, because that was kind of the only time we had to hang out. It's just when we had.
Yeah.
I mean, they were leaving Saturday, which I thought they would have left Sunday, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the stuff came up because Maya also had to end up taking her friend.
Yeah, Maya ended up taking her friend to the airport, and I don't know what Sophie. I think she had to work, maybe. But we talked with them till like also 2 a.m. And then they left, and then I stayed the night because we debrief. Had to have a little debrief. And then we had breakfast. Your mom's arepas are lovely. It's so good. They're so good.
Better than mine?
Well, obviously, she's made them longer.
I'm kidding. Yeah. Anytime I go home, I'm like, oh, why does the food taste so much better here?
Because it's not made by you. For whatever reason, food that like you yourself you don't make tastes so much better. In my eyes. Like I'm saying, like if I make something, I always kind of slightly dislike it.
I love your cooking.
Because I know
Because you know how to cook.
Nothing I did wrong. It's just like some things just like don't go how I wanted to. So in my eyes, like there's a lot of times when I like cook meat or something where I know it's completely fine, but I almost don't want to eat it because I think it's raw or something.
Yeah.
But I know it's not. But stuff like that. That's why I say. Usually I like other people's cooking. Like, I love my mom's cooking.
But yeah, I mean, Friday, like you said, I had work again. And then...
Yeah.
Had family and stuff come over.
Yeah.
And then Saturday?
We had breakfast, and then I had to leave because needed to go to the farmer's market in downtown in St. Augustine to pick up a picture. Learned that they close at 12:30. I did not know that.
Right.
We get there at 1, thinking they close at 2:30 because a lot of people a lot of farmers market usually close at like 2. Because
I've been wanting to go to the farmer's market.
The St. Augustine farmer's market is nice. I like it.
I think Joey got a candle for me from the St. Augustine farmer's market. And I love it.
That's where I got the bread.
Yeah. It's like I still have it because I don't want to like throw it away because I really liked it. But I'm like, it's gone. Like there's no wick. But it's like a coconut one, but it's like some oil based one, like a healthy one, and it has a wood wick.
Yeah.
It smells really, really good, and it doesn't have any of like the added chemicals or whatever, so it's really good, but I don't know where you got it, so I haven't been able to get it. But I know it was at a farmer's market, I just don't remember which one.
Well, there's the Nocatee Farmer's Market, and then there's the St. Augustine one.
It's more likely that it would have been St. Augustine one.
Probably. That was Saturday, and then I won't say got yelled at by my mom for being late, but I was like, hey, I didn't realize they closed at 12:30, to be quite honest. I really thought they closed at 2:30. Like, I genuinely believed this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, in my mind, that makes most sense, because a lot of people
go to a farmer's market for lunch, too.
For like, lunch, and, like, because they do a whole thing, because where they do the St. Augustine Farmer's Market is at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. And they have, like, a bunch of music going on.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, my brain took a minute to recalculate. They do a bunch of music and everything. They have food trucks, and they have food, and I think there's beer tasting. They sell alcohol, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not that you would know.
Like nothing to correct you on.
They sell a variety of things. That's where I got a couple of presents for this year. We usually get bread. There's a bakery that sells there, and they sell the most delicious bread. There's the cinnamon roll bread that I got. That was delicious. That's always delicious.
I got like 2 bites of that one before it was gone. It was gone.
Izzy inhaled it.
Izzy did inhale it. It was good though.
I did say it was for the apartment, but I also was expecting like quarter, or actually, no, quarter. I was gonna say fifth. Quarter.
Yeah. The bread.
Bread was so good. What's it called? The focaccia?
Fiocata?
Fuchsia?
Fioca?
I know it's not fuchsia.
Frittata?
Frittata? Is there an R in it?
Sorry.
Wait.
Fiocia? Focaccia? Cappadocia? Is that a place?
Koshia. Wait. Wait, no. I don't want to edit it. How do you say it?
Focaccia.
Copy.
Pronunciation. Focaccia. Oh, focaccia.
Can you hear it? I hear the thing.
Focaccia.
Oh, focaccia. They had that bread. So good.
That one was good. I did like that one.
Good.
Low-key, I kind of like that one more than I like the other one, though.
Yeah. Well, because there was a lot more.
Well, also, when it comes
Oil.
to bread, I prefer, like,
I like a...
savory, like a...
Yeah. Yeah. And then Sunday, we went to church.
We did.
I did actually show up to church. And it was whack because I was getting ready for church. And my dad goes, "So you planning on heading to church?" And I go, "Yeah."
Yes!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes,
That face was way too accurate. Are you on the screen?
Yeah.
Mind you, I can't see anything. I don't have my glasses on. That's why I'm looking confused.
He goes, "Gonna join?" Or not join. He doesn't say it like that. He's like, I forget how he phrased it.
May I attend?
May I attend church with you? No, I'm joking.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially asking to go with. I was like, well, yeah, obviously.
No!
No, I actually would prefer not. No, I'm joking. Actually, that's a lie. And then he asked me if we wanted to drive together. I went, yeah.
No, like we were gonna drive separate?
Well, he didn't know if I was gonna stay like long.
Oh.
Yeah. So we go, and then it was so funny. He was like, "You gonna sit with the Martinez or me?" I was like, "You." I'm not gonna sit over there.
Yeah.
There's usually a lot going on.
Yeah.
On that side, anyways. And he was like, "Sweet, nice."
And then I came and sat with
Yeah,
you.
and then you came over, which was. I like that side because it's the quiet side. There's not much going on. In our church, there's a lot going on with our church.
In our church, there's 4 different sections. There's 2.
When you walk in the middle, there's the 2 pews, or I say 2 pews, the 2 sides.
The 2 sections.
And first
in front of the altar.
And then there's 2 more.
Then there's
sections.
2 sections on either side.
Yeah.
And then I would always sit on the one on the left section on the left side if you're facing the church.
Yeah.
And Lindsay would always sit in the one on the right side facing the church. But our side was the cool side. That's where
it was
cool
where all the
sat.
kids usually sat and
cool
everything.
People would sit. And that's like I sat there.
Yeah.
And that's like
and the airmen.
That's where the airmen would sit. So we'd usually sit together, and then you'd come sit with us sometimes.
Yeah.
And then, because, the front section, that's, where all the older people sit. That's the old people.
Because, that way they can see and stuff.
Their hearing aids are in good range and everything.
But this last time we went, it was fine.
It was okay. Yeah.
It's alright.
But, yeah, Saturday, like I said, I didn't really do too much. And then Sunday, it was just church, and then...
And then went home. I went home on Sunday.
I did go home on Sunday, too. Yeah. I stopped in Gainesville, too,
I just left earlier.
For, 30 minutes.
But the drive home on Sunday was...
I was finishing our Christmas gifts, because... We'll talk about that in the next episode. But, for Christmas gifts, I, made shirts for the apartment. So I had to, Cricut them. But... Yeah. The Cricut was being a pain. So, but yeah. And then I went to Gainesville for a bit, because I had to give Joey his pickles. His pickles that we got at a corn maze farmer's market kind of type of beat thing that we had done earlier. But yeah, that was our Thanksgiving weekend. I honestly didn't think we would talk for so long about Thanksgiving.
There's a lot that honestly went on.
Yeah.
Because I say a lot, but I
think we've also just learned at being more detailed and being okay with going off on tangents. Which is what your toes.
Sorry.
Are in a very... There we go. But yeah, look at us go. What a long podcast
We're doing it.
And we only had, how many? 3 little technical difficulties.
Well, I gotta figure out I don't know what's going on with the cords. The cords being weird.
Maybe it's because we haven't busted them out in a while.
Probably. Also, I gotta figure out the SD card thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps pausing.
I don't know. But yeah, that is what we have for you today.
Yes.
We
have still yet to make an outro.
This tomorrow when we film, like tomorrow.
I will try my darndest to get it done by tomorrow.
Tomorrow, well, it's not going to be tomorrow. You're already going to see it. But, tomorrow for us.
Tomorrow for us is going to be Sunday.
Okay, because technically right now we're on a bi-weekly posting schedule.
We're breaking the fourth wall right now.
Here's our little insight into our planning schedule.
Right.
So we want to do weekly on Sunday.
Yes.
As of right now, we only have it bi-weekly on Sunday. But due to popular demand, a.k.a. the one person who listens to our podcast right now,
that we get valuable insight from.
Thank you. We should be more consistent and post weekly. She's like our manager, if you will.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call her.
Our momager.
Momager.
And so, because of that...
Damn.
That was a loud door close.
Oh, Jen and Diego.
Yeah.
Back.
So we're going to try to do posting weekly, meaning that we have to get this video out today.
We had it going, and then we went on we had a downfall.
I can get into this next week, because that's another tangent I'll have to go down.
Another thing.
On, like, why my motivation has gone down. But we obviously didn't get to film earlier this week, because we were both feeling pretty sick, especially me.
Well, I felt sick. Not this last week, not during finals, but during the week after we got back.
Yeah, no, for me it was this past week, and for me, like, when I get sick, like, that's it. Like, I've been binge watching TV and sleeping. That's about it, and drinking noodle soup.
Usually when I'm sick, I eat hot foods, and that's about it, and then I'm about my day.
I have to, like, hibernate in my dark cave. But so now we're gonna try to get out tomorrow. We're filming an episode tomorrow, which is gonna be basically part 2 of this episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be posted next Sunday.
Which is not gonna be this Sunday.
I'll tell you a date. Tomorrow's the 10th. It'll be posted on the 17th.
You did that fast.
Because today's the 9th.
I know, but I still always like 1, 2, 3.
I can add numbers to 10.
So the 10th and the 17th, we're going on Sundays. Sundays at like 2.
Trying.
Because there's 2 of us. So, should we try to make an outro?
We can. I don't know what the outro is going to be. Bless you.
Thank you so much for watching / listening. If you like this, I'm glad you can't see my hand right now because it's like spelled out.
Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music,
all streaming services. Our socials will also be getting a lot more attention this break, so make sure you're following all of them, keeping up to date. We're on not Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok,
YouTube.
Yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know how we're doing.
If you want to hear us talk about anything, let us know in the comments down below too. But with that, peace, love, apple jugs.
Plur. Peace, love.
Anyways, catch y'all next week.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.